All right, welcome back, y'all. It's been a busy day, but a nice day. I'm liking the new year so far. Hopefully, y'all are too. All right, we're gonna go to page 291, which is activity 4. Still finishing up lesson 3. It's a big lesson. There's a lot of info, but it's okay. We're working through it, magic ones. So here we go. So we're talking about polls and problems. Really, it's the same thing we've been doing before. It's just that notice they give us a giant chart. We're trying to fill out these charts and understand how to read a chart. So it's mixing two things, understanding how to read, understanding what parts you're given. So it has a little bit of English, but not too much, all right? So we want to fill out this chart. In order to fill it out, we have to understand what we're reading. So I'm going to highlight colors. So in this here is bonus percent. So which means that's an increase. Bonus means you got more. Bonus amount. And then we also have what's called the total sales. Total, that sounds like whole. That means total means like 100%. It's everything. And clearly in the last column is the employee's names. Not that important since we're trying to figure out the values. So we want to fill out this table. It's very straightforward to do. We want to figure out what the total sales was in this one because that's what's missing. In the first one, we're missing the total sales, and the second, we're missing the bonus amount. The easiest way to do these is setting them up with proportions. So for the first line, I'm going to use the red, the cool red for Keisha. So 18% was the bonus. Now notice this is a percentage. Percentage is always out of 100. It's easier to set these up once you're reading. So we already know 18 out of 100. We're going to set up our proportion. And for bonus amount, that's the what? That's how much I went increasing by. It's not the total. Total is always in the denominator. Remember, this is a part and this is the whole. Notice they gave me a part of it, a bonus amount. So 540 is on the numerator. Mystery is on denominator. So the mystery is the denominator, okay? We don't know the whole. We're looking for that whole. That comes back to ratios. Fractions, ratios, all this stuff keeps coming back. It's never going to stop. So I'm going to set these up first before we do our math. Well, I guess we can finish the red one first. Let's just finish it up. So once again, we can cross multiply. We can do this with equivalencies. How did 18 become 540? I think that actually is divisible. That's one way to do it. Uh-oh, my calculator's being a dum-dum. Okay, hopefully it's working now. Okay, calculator's doing working. Don't judge me, I'm using a calculator. Some of these numbers are big, y'all. I'll let y'all use it too, so don't judge me, okay? Do not be judging me. No, no, no. But if you wanted to do equivalency, I believe it was times 30. Times 30. I'm checking myself. So 30 times 100 is 3,000. And once again, if you do the math, I'm going to write it in red. If you do the math, then like I just noticed they were divisible is why I did it. If you did the math, we would cross multiply, right? 5, 4, 0, 1, 2 equals 18 times mystery. You would just divide. 0, 0, 0, divide by 18, and that is actually 3,000. Whoa, what happened to my computer? A ghost possessed it. Or maybe I touched the mouse. I don't know. I suck at this. Anyway, so let's get to the next one. So it's actually 3,000. 0. There you go. For Tonya, so let me put that. That's Keisha's the red one. So for Tonya, we'll do blue. Notice what they gave me. They gave me 21%. So what do we know? I'm going to write it over here. 21 over 100, we set up as a proportion. We're missing the bonus amount. That's the part. We're missing part of it, okay? We have the whole, though, but we're missing part of it. This is the whole. So the whole is at the denominator, 3657.14. That's why we learned part to whole to part, all that junk. And mystery. Once again, I don't see that number, so cross multiply is easy to do that one. That's some crazy number. I'm using the calculator. Don't be judging me. That's big. 3657.14 times 21. So if we multiply these two, it's going to be some stupid number. Here's the stupid number. Don't judge me this. I didn't make this rules, okay? I'm just doing the word. And that's going to be 100 times mystery. Once again, we'll divide this by 100. 76799.94. This is too much. Divide by 100. That's going to be 767. I'm going to write right here. It's too much. 767.9994. I won't write the exact number. Well, they're doing amount. So we do this math. That's actually $668, but we're just going to write this for the sake of the math. All right, so let me change a different color. Let's try out red. Once again, for Ruth, I'll go right here. Okay, that was weird. We know it's 15%, so 15 over 100 is equal to, notice this is the bonus amount. It's the part, not the whole. Part, not the whole. So 650 is on the numerator, and we don't know the total. Once again, cross multiply, do your magic math, my magic students, and we're going to get this down. 65000 equals 15 times mystery. So 65000 divided by 15. I don't know what that is, but I know what does know what that is, and that's the calculator. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, crap. I can't even type it in the calculator. Don't judge me. That's a big number. So that's going to be, if I typed it in right, so let me check myself, because, Mr. Christian will make a mistake. 2, 3. All right, I was right. 4,333 point, I'm just go 33 cents. Okay, we're gonna just go 33 cents. All right. So for the next one, let me choose a different color. Rainbow. Mario. Oh, like Mario Kart. You have the rainbow bridge and all that. Okay, whatever. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So Mario, we're gonna draw right over here. So we know 10% of 100, and that's gonna equal, we got the whole, so that's the denominator, 3,250, and we're missing the numerator. So once again, we do our cross multiplying of magic. So we do 3,250 with an extra 0 is equal to 100 times mystery. We do our math for division, 32,500 divided by 100 is going to be 325. So the bonus amount was 325. Now for Joseph's part, I'm not going to do it. I expect to see this in class, my magic students of awesomeness, because I will call on you to try it out. If you mess up, that is perfectly fine. I just want to see what you can do. All right, magic students. So try this one out on your own, set it up, do the math, all right? I won't show that. In fact, I'll just write the answer for you. So pause the video and try it on your own real quick. Pause the video and try it out on your own. All right, let's see. So here's the answer. And if you have a question about it, ask me in class tomorrow. 2,947.82609. We could round that to 83 cents, and Mr. Christian's perfectly fine. But hopefully you got that number. So we're going to scroll. We done number 1. Now for number 2, they're trying to explain the whole and part, but we just sort of did that. So I'm not going to go too crazy on it. We do know the word of means multiply. So that's 20% of 1,500 back to what we did before. That's 0.20 times 1,500, and that will be 300. Notice if you're missing the whole, but you got the part, you're really just dividing, and that's what they're sort of showing you right here. And that will actually be 1,500. I'm not going too crazy on that, to be honest with you, but it is something interesting to note. So we completed page 291. We're going to go to page 292. This has a lot of math involved, a lot of math, but it's perfectly fine. So Mr. Christian's definitely going to do a couple of these, and he's going to expect you to getting some of them too. So let's do number 3 real quick. So determine each value. This is what's very important. You're going to see this more through life, especially if you're going to buy stuff and you want to save money. They asked you in this one, you don't have to highlight. I'm just doing it for this sake so I can show my example. 15 is 25% of a number. If you read this very carefully, we know is means equals. 15 is 25%. 15 over mystery. 15 is 25% of a number. So there's like different setups you could do with this. This is just one way since we're learning proportions. All right. Sorry about that. I think I have to blow my nose. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm gonna play Spider-Man. I'm gonna move for Spider-Man. Anyway, so we set up the proportion and we can do our math like normal. So if we do our math, we will get 1,500 and we're gonna have to divide that by 25. I'm not showing every step since we just did that in the last one. I will show it for probably B, D, and F, but for A, C, E, and G, I probably won't do it all for you because I think y'all are capable able to do that on your own, understanding what we're setting up. The setup's the big deal. So we're gonna get 60. So 15 is 25% of 60. Make sure you box or circle your answer so your teacher knows exactly where it is. For letter C, I'm going to go down this way because I'm going to have y'all do B, D, and F a little bit, and I will show how I did it and everything as well, but I'll definitely have you try those. For letter C, we read the thing again for the sentence. 45 is 75% of what number? So we know is, which means it's going to be 75%. Percent is always over 100. Notice this was the part. This was the part. It wasn't the whole. They gave us the parts because we're going to start mixing them later. We do the same math. We cross multiply my magic students, and we're going to get 4,500, and then we'll have to divide by 75. Divide by 75. Mr. Christian don't know all these numbers, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I'm letting you use a little calculator every blue moon. Some of you need practice, so I'm gonna make you do that practice. Okay. So we're gonna get 60. Again, okay, that's weird. That's really weird. Okay, let's try rainbow today. All right, so we set up the same thing. 36 is 40%. You have to read. You can't just keep setting up the same way every time. That's why Mr. Christian is constantly reading it. So we do the same thing, 3,600, and we're going to divide by 40. If this comes out to 60 again, I don't want to do this no more, okay? This is down. Okay, we got a different number. We got 90. We got 90. I like 90. All right, let's try out blue. Oh, no, we already did blue. Let's try out whatever the heck this is. It's cool blue. So 27 over mystery is equal to 30 over 100 again. Cross multiply of magic, 2,700, and we're going to divide it by 30. Oh, that's going to give 90 again. Okay, that's weird. Why is it giving us the weird numbers? Maybe just, no, it's 30. Am I crazy? That is, am I crazy? No, it's 90. Okay, that's going to be crazy. All right, so what I want you all to do, since we have a setup here, I want you to try out B, D, and F. Make sure you read it. Don't just copy the format I'm doing because you can be wrong when these start getting tricky. You have to read it, make sure you're understanding what you're reading and setting up. So please pause the video and try out B, D, and F. Please pause the video now and try out B, D, and F. All right, hopefully you get the same answers as I'm about to get. So I'm going to write these colors in green. I will go a little quickly. All right, 15 is 30% of what number? 15 means equal. No, I'm 30% out of 100. Notice they gave me a part. So we do the math again. You're going to get 1,500 divided by 30. Just write the setup for each one. And that's going to be 16 over mystery equals 20 out of 100. We're going to get 1,600 divided by 20. And last one, mystery. We're going to get 600 divided by 15. So let's do that real quick. We're going to get 1,500 divided by 30. That's going to be 50. So 15 is 30% of 50. That's exactly what it is. 50 is the whole. That's what they were looking for. This is the whole. That's the part. This is the whole. This is the whole. You have to read carefully. It's all about reading right now. Yes, there's a little English. There's always English in math. Most people don't think so. There always is. That's why English is so important. Mr. Christian don't like English, but he understands it's necessary. Give me any science any day. Hopefully you got 50, 80, and 40. All right, we're gonna go to number 4. Okay, number 4. So once again, we're gonna solve these out. So there is some key information. A department store recently had a big sale where the prices of items were marked 25% off regular price. So which means the 25% off, they had a reduction of 25. Or in layman's terms, it means 75% of the regular price. This is actually very important to recognize. If you say you're taking 25% off, then you're really only paying 75%. That's a big deal. You should recognize that when you're in stores, you're trying to figure out sales, especially if you want a gift for Christmas or your birthday, and mom and daddy say no. You're like, no, it's on sale. Look, I did the math. You can show them what you did. After the sale, trayman must mark each of the items back up to the original price. That sounds like it's a whole. That sounds whole. 25% sounds part. The table lists the items and their sales prices. Help Tremaine complete the table. Round the values to the nearest cent if necessary. Make sure you highlight the important stuff. So I need to round it to the nearest cent. So once again, we read, I see sales price, and they want to know original. So this looks like part. This looks like whole. So this is 75%. This was sort of a trick question. Each one of these here, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all 75%. The sales price is only 75% of the original cost. So what do we know? We know that 75% is equal to $24. I don't know the original cost. What do we know about the next one? 75% is equal to 36, but I don't know the original cost. What about the next one? $59.95. But I want, oops, I jacked that up. Don't judge me, y'all. That's 75 again, okay? 59.95. But I don't know the original part, the whole. Remember, the numerator is part, and this is whole. Denominator is always whole. And the last two, 75% over 100 is equal to 299 over mystery. And then 75% over 100 is equal to 159.95. So once again, this is a lot of math, but it's the same thing over and over and over and over. So Mr. Christian is going to do the first two, and these other three, you're going to do your own work and show it. I'm going to look for that in class. You know, I'll check these notes, and that's what I'm going to do. So 24 times 100, that's 2,400. And we have to divide that by 75. That's going to be $32. For the next one, it's going to be 36 times 100. Let me choose a different color. Okay, I don't know why I didn't change colors, but okay. And then you divide it by 75 again. 48. So for the next three, I'll mark them in red if this thing works for me. For the sweater, the suit, and the sport coat, you are going to show me the work. This is the work right here. What I highlight in red right here, that is the work I want to see. You show me that you cross multiplied. You show me what you're dividing by. You can use a calculator. That's perfectly fine for these big, big numbers. But I need to see that step. That is highly important, okay? So that's what you're going to do for me real quick. I'm going to write these answers for you. Okay, okay. So this is going to be $79.93. This is going to be $398.67 because it said round to the nearest cent. So make sure you read about the rounding. This is going to be $213.27. So I'm looking for those three: sweater, suit, and sport coat, your work, just like I've written it. You can use a calculator for the answers, no problem. All right, I believe that concludes activity 4. Oh my God, it's not done. Activity 4 is not over. Let it be over. Oh my gosh, it's so big. I'm getting tired of this. Why is it so much work? I feel like y'all now. All right, for number 5, the department store realizes it isn't making enough money. The store manager decides to mark up prices by 20%. Markup means increase, so I'm going to increase the price by 20%. Complete the table with the new price for each item. There are actually a couple ways to think about this, but let's look right real quick. This is the original price, is this column, and the right is the new price. So I'm going up by 20%. There's actually different ways to think about this. There are 2 ways you can think about this. 2 ways to think. If you're going up, the first way, if you're going up 20%, that means you need to use 120% out of 100 because that went up 20%. The second way you could think about it is get only 20% and then add to the original cost. There are 2 ways to think. I prefer to do number 1. That's how Mr. Christian thinks. That's just me. I like my life easy. So if I want to go up 20%, then I need to use 120 on my numerator. So that's how I'm going to do for shirts. So for shirts, the original price. Uh-oh. Whoa, okay. It's being weird now. Okay, come on, work for me. All right, let me do shirts here. For shirts, the original price was $22. That was the whole. I want to go up. So that's going to be 120% and then 100. 22 is equal to 100 because that's 100%. And we have mystery. So we do the math just like normal. Nothing's changed. You set up your portion. You do your math of magic. So it's going to be 120 times 22, which is 2,640. And then we're going to divide that by 100. $26.04. So the new price is $26.04. So I'm going to make you do shoes and jackets. I'm going to do pants. Pants will be over here. So once again, the original price here is the whole. $29 has to equal 100%. I want 120%, so we do our math again. 120 times 29. Oh, okay. What's going on with my calculator? 120 times 29 divided by 100. $34.80. Oh, I did the math. I didn't show my work. Bad. Bad for Mr. Christian. So it's 3,480. 3,480 divided by 100. All right, for shoes and jackets, I want you to pause the video and try that on your own. And I will show for jackets, I'll write in red, if you do method 2. I like method 1, but let me change color. I'm gonna put it in red. Let me put it in like green. There you go. Green for 2. So for jackets, I'll do the second method. I don't care which method you use, but number 1 to me is easiest. So please pause the video and try it out on your own. Go. All right, so let's finish it up. So let's do shoes. Shoes I'll put here. So that $65 was the original cost. Trying to figure out the new one. So it's 120 over 100. We do the math like normal. So we're gonna get 7,800. And then we'll divide that by 100, which is $78. Now for jackets, I'm gonna do the second method. I'll get 20% of this item. So that's important. If you get 20% of this item, then that's 0.20 times 50, like we learned in our last lessons. 20% of 50. 20%, excuse me, I don't know where that came from. 20% of 50 is 10. So we know 20% is $10. The original price was 50. 50 plus 10, because that's the bonus. That's how much money I have to get for my new cost, because it's going up. I'm marking it up 20%, and that's going to be 60. That's how you would do it. Pretty straightforward. So you should have got 60. If you did it the other way, that's perfectly fine. You should get 60 as well. All right, that completes number 5. Number 6. Oh my God, we're almost done with activity 4. Thank Jesus. This is so big. Okay, so let's highlight. The department store orders toasters for a company that produces 3 different model toasters. Model A has a defect, Model B has a defect, Model C has a defect. Let me change colors because Mr. Christian's color man. I know some of y'all think I need a therapist for my color issues, but deal with it. It's my colors. So the company has found that the percent of each shipment that is defective differs by model. Defect means has an error. On a particular shipment, the company forgets to mark the total shipped each model. You only know that you received 5 for defective A, 7 for defective B. Is that a brown? Ew. Okay. 16 for defective C. I made a weird color. Don't judge me. I wanted it purple, but okay. It's like dookie. How many each model were shipped? Okay, so 5 defective model toasters. And for 5 defective, that's 2.5%. So for A, we know 2.5 over 100 is equal to 5 over the whole, because this is a part. They said these are the defectives. You have to recognize that if you read it. These are the parts. For part B, that's 1.75 over 100 equals, what was the number? Oh, 7. 7 over mystery. And for part C, that's 3.2 out of 100 equals 16 over mystery. And once again, you do your math like normal, do your cool cross multiplying, and then your magic division, and you're gonna get your magic numbers. Thank you very much. I don't know what that number is. That's why Mr. Christian has an awesome calculator. You know what I'm saying? 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 So we get 200. So that's the original shipment for part A. There was 200 sold. There was 700 divided by 1.75. And 400 were sold for part B. And 1,600 divided by 3.2. And that's 500. So those are the original amounts sold, the wholes. It's reading carefully, understanding what's part, what's whole. Finally, that concludes activity 4. Yay! Okay, yay, yay. Even yay for Mr. Christian, all right? I'm suffering too. But it's okay. This is actually ain't too bad. All right, y'all. See you in the next video. Great work, amazing ones. Good job, Magic students.